Hey guys, I was just gonna update you on everything that's going on, and I did not know that was going to happen. My trampoline is really stupid and destroyed, as you can see. So, yeah. I guess I won't be leaning back on the net. I'm sick. I feel like I've been saying that a lot, but it's because I am, and I probably sound sick. I don't really know. I'm probably not going to be very enthusiastic because it makes me not be as woo, you know. But camp, that went pretty good actually. I wore the girls' clothes and everything. And, they were sort of tomboyish, but apparently I'm not really good at hiding who I am and acting because a bunch of girls kind of caught me like looking at other girls, and yeah. So one of my friends in my cabin, because you have 8 people in your cabin and you have people in your group, but 8 people in my not 8 people, one person in my cabin kind of thought I was into girls, and then she started, because my sister had her boyfriend's jacket, so I wore that a lot, and then I had some baggy jeans I had for riding, so I wore those after a while because people knew me there as a girl, so they wouldn't confuse me then, and I felt way more comfortable in them, so I wore that, and then she kind of thought, oh, I get it, so she talked to me about it, and I told her, and she was great. And I also told my counselor. There's a lot of things that surprised me at camp because it was a Christian camp, so I expected people to be a lot more like being like I'm a sin and everything. So I thought that would be bad and people would react badly, but they actually reacted way better than they do where I am now. Like, they were a lot better. Really nice. I only told 4 people there the entire time. I think 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. And you know, they didn't treat me any differently, but I had one awkward encounter at the end where this girl was like punching me lightly and hanging off my shoulder, and like that, if it doesn't sound weird enough already, the really weird thing is I did not know this girl one bit, and she didn't know me, and she just came up to me and started doing that, and I had no clue why, and she was just punching me. And then soon, one of my friend, because I wasn't walking away because I didn't want to be mean, but one of my friend came up to her and said, one of my friends came up to her and said, what are you doing? And she said, this is what she said, I'm boxing with him. And then she kind of like laughed a bit, and she's like, and then I kind of looked over at her, and I said, just go with it. I'll try to say that. So she's like, so, have you ever met him before? And she's just like, nope. And so after a while, she's just like, come on, Kaylin, let's go over here. So I walked over with her, and the girl was still following me. So I turned to her and said, yeah, well, I gotta go. And she's like, okay. And what I find even more awkward is I was not wearing my binder. I was wearing a bra with padding too. So, like, I'm surprised that she thought that. And I was a little hunched over, but not much. And I wasn't wearing a girly shirt because that was the last day, and everyone was wearing our camp shirts, and they were all the same color and looked the same. So the boys were the same as the girls. And I was wearing my jeans, my baggy jeans, and some runners. So I don't know what she thought, but that was weird. And then she sat next to me. We were watching the camp video, and it felt really awkward. So that was my experience. And what else happened at camp? I got really, really dysphoric at one point. Like, I was playing this game, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I didn't even know what I was thinking. I just was like, oh, I'm gonna cry, I gotta go. So I started trying to hold it in, but I'm like, no, I can't hold it in anymore. So I told one of my friends, hey, come get me if anything happens. So I ran to the cabin and just like burst out in tears there. And soon someone came and asked us if I was feeling alright, and that was my counselor. So I told her, and she didn't really get it, but she said she'd pray for me and everything. So, and that made me really upset. I couldn't really get over it because I didn't have my binder or anything, but she made me feel loved. And then I told my friend too that same day, because she was one of my really good friends at camp, like the one I would always hang out with. So she asked if I was feeling alright, and I told her, and then she said, oh, I totally understand. And we talked a bit more, and I told her how I had gotten bullied and teased and how hard it was. And then we had a thing called Stay Back Campfire, where you can stay back after the campfire, and you can like talk about letting God into your heart or whatever, just talk about things with whoever there. And I stayed last year, so I decided, hey, last year I stayed and everyone went back, so maybe I'll go back this time, which was the opposite because everyone stayed this year. So I was back by myself, and there was this girl, and she was in my group, and then she came and sat with me, and we talked a bit, and I told her, and she was like, that's cool. And then she introduced me to a bunch of her other friends, and then we walked up, because we were on the tree forts that night, which is close to the campfire. So we walked up to put our stuff there, because they were in a tree fort next to us, because we were in different cabins. So this is probably all confusing for you, but we did that. And then once we got there, like right before she went up, I saw my friend, the one that stayed back at the campfire that I told earlier, that was like really, really nice to me. She came running towards me and just hugged me. And she was hugging me and hugging me for what seemed forever. And she was crying, I could tell too. She's crying and hugging me, so I'm like, why are you crying? And she's like, I'm worried for you. And she's like, I really, really care about you, and it makes me upset that people are hurting you, and I'm really sorry. And she was just so, like, upset, and I didn't know what to do because I couldn't really help, and I'm like, it's okay, things are better now. And I was talking to her, I'm like, I'm really sorry. She's like, don't be. And then she just hugged me more, and I'm like, wow, I've never had someone that did that before. It just made me feel so much more better that someone cared about me that much. So that's really great about camp. And this is going to be a long video. So yeah, great experience there. People are so great, and had a lot of fun. Also, next year I'm hoping to go there as a guy, so good. And school's tomorrow, even though for the States I think it starts like way earlier, but I don't know when. And school's tomorrow, so I'm kind of like nervous because I'm going back to the same school, but then I can't avoid it, so just gotta go, and I'll see my friends. Okay, well, better end this. Okay, bye.